guys, time to say goodbye to the new dungeon because it's gonna be over in a moment, and after that it's...
No, guys, it's a hallway. We're in Final Fantasy 13 now.
You know.
Well, to be fair, Tail, the rest of the dungeon wasn't like that.
You know, when we started the Vile God route, it seemed like it was better, and now it ends. It's worse than the original.
How poetic!
timeline.
It's a spiral down.
So I have to wonder.
This is a clever metaphor.
What
Oh
the?
I give you
Vile God Marianna.
It's Chronodia. It's pretty much Chronodia.
Question.
Let me get an
Remember, Tail, we don't have a single original bone in our bodies.
Hey, weird.
But Sakaguchi didn't even work on the PSP
Pedro,
version.
remind me.
I'm sorry, Jova, what was it?
We arrived sooner than she expected. What, was she doing something with the Vile God before we got here?
While I wait for my deadly enemies to come, I'm going to play on my Nintendo Switch.
Basically, what happened was, since she doesn't have Tiara to offer to the Vile God, she decided to just fuse with the Vile God herself. I don't understand how that works. That we never established that non-Vile God descendants can use the Vile God, but whatever. At this point, the writers just don't care.
To be fair, German also merged with the Vile God in the original timeline.
True, yeah.
So,
I guess.
that's actually what I was about to ask. Did they actually have a special sprite for when Sherman was merged with the Vile God?
Not a sprite, just a model.
Ah.
Sorry,
So let me get this straight.
What's so special about the monster not moving, as they say? No one in this game moves.
So let me get this straight. For the original timeline, we couldn't bother to give Sherman, you know, the character who we actually no longer, a sprite for when he's merged with the Vile God, but Marianna gets a sprite for that.
Don't you see, Dwibs? What they mean is that she imaginally doesn't move. You know, she doesn't move also in the imagination part.
Of course, so she chose to become one with it.
Become as gods.
Become as gods. Literally, this is literally become as gods.
What's that from?
Nier Automata.
Okay.
I don't think I've got that far.
No.
Yeah, you need to get with Pascal to the oil platform.
Okay. I can get what they're going for, you know. Marianna apparently decided to take matters into her own hands and merge with the Vile God to control it, but
No shit, Pippin.
So, here's my question.
Oh my god, this game.
Here's my question. Where did Marianna suddenly becoming this power hungry?
Wait.
Hold on, let me finish Dwibs. Where did Marianna becoming so power hungry as to want to sacrifice her own humanity come out of? I mean, yeah, she's been greedy, she's been a stuck-up cunt, but
My
never
guess, Joe,
to
is
this
that
point.
it's one of those things where she miscalculated the risk.
So even if you do have the blood of the Vile God, you still can't control it anyway. So really,
Sherman
it doesn't really matter who merges into that. Just get anyone. Why did it specifically have to be?
Hold on, Dwibs.
My guess in terms to your question is that yeah, thanks, Fang.
Oh, that's what they're going for.
Yeah, in relation to your question, which I think the descendants of Vile God can control, can have a more clear control over the action with the Vile God, while Romer people just go mad.
Did she just orgasm?
She looks in control to me.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing, Dweebs. She's not, because she's not a descendant.
So she just
Power Angel music again.
So the villain just literally whatever. You know what? Never mind.
Sorry, Jova.
Also no, Dwibs. Jova. She's not Georgia Van Kuilberg.
No, Pedro. She literally
she's nowhere near as good.
Pedro. Yeah.
At orgasming, I mean.
Oh, I agree. Okay, I'm just saying she literally orgasmed before saying that she'll crush us. Oh, anyway, as I was saying though, so basically they're going for something like what the Captain America movie did, and apparently going about that the Vile God enhances the negative traits or something, you know.
Except if this was the Captain America movie, I would be enjoying this.
So apparently this is trying to tell us that Marianna was secretly insane all along. Sure, why not? Different timeline. I mean, I know
Don't worry, Java, they're gonna make up for making her the sanest of all in the next route by even making her join the good side and everything.
I think I'm noticing a pattern here. We see Sherman at his worst in the original timeline, then this timeline's all about giving him a redemption arc. We see Marianna at her worst, merged with the Vile God here, and then in the Evil Goddess show, we're about to see her supposed redemption arc. Oh my
I
god!
really
Wait!
don't
Oh
I
my
really
god!
don't know what
Guys,
character and how we're gonna screw up.
They did it, guys! They actually made a proper final boss theme.
Again, Jova, like I said, Jova.
Remember,
this is
Tio,
where
in
all
the original
this is where all the this
remember,
climax,
Tio.
Jova, is where all the budget went.
Remember, Tio, in the original timeline, it was just a generic boss theme used for the final boss, but here it's an actual different, unique one.
True.
Yeah.
Roar. Yeah, generic final boss banter about darkness, consuming hope.
I guess that this is her not having control over the vile god, so I guess that's why her tactics have completely changed from just wanting to control everything to now wanting to destroy everything, even though this is literally the first time she's even talking about destroying things, like, at all.
Don't you see, Teo? What's the point of living if you're gonna die anyway?
That's literally,
I'm not even kidding, guys. That's literally the final speech of every final boss in 90% of JRPGs.
Yeah, except at least for Final Fantasy VI, where, to be fair, at least about that time, it was relatively normal. Yeah,
Maybe I've just been getting lucky because most JRPGs I played don't have that final banter, really.
The comeback was appropriate.
Yeah,
some other times we don't even have that.
Yeah, from what I see more often, it's more so about a boss either just wanting to destroy life or saying, why don't you just live in my perfect world where I can make you happy or stuff like that.
Well, Final Fantasy IX did that, for example. Final Fantasy IX had the whole shtick of, oh, don't you see, life is useless because it's just gonna die anyway. So
although, I'm gonna be quite honest, that's one of the few aspects of Final Fantasy IX story that I felt could have used some work because, you know, I'm gonna be quite honest, the whole
Hold on, honestly, the whole Necrod thing is so stupid.
Not only that, but also the part where they actually have the protagonist brood for like the last 20 or so minutes of the game when he finds out the truth about himself.
Oh, Zidane.
You know, when he finds out the truth behind him.
Actually, no.
I thought that was fine, honestly.
Actually, Jova, let me put it in perspective. It's gonna be more elaborate when we get to the game. But to put it in perspective, Jova, up until that game, that character has almost practically never faltered and helped all of his friends in their personal problems, one way or another, depending also on the gravity. Even the most stupidest shit, like Quina eating pickles.
Yeah.
And now instead, that's exact moment where he's in his weakest moment because a lot of important information about him has been dumped on him, and as such, he has lost the will to live. But essentially, it's kind of like in Ni no Kuni. All the friends that he helped along the way essentially now give the motivational speech that now he deserves.
Well, I'm not saying that it was...
No, there's the catharsis factor, Jova, that pretty much sells the entire moment on its own.
Well, I'm not saying that, you know, it was necessarily executed badly. I'm just saying that it kind of came a bit out of left field regarding the pacing of the story. To be fair, you know, that's always going to be a thing, even with, like, the best Final Fantasy stories back in the day. Like, the PlayStation Final Fantasy games definitely have a bit of an issue with story pacing at times, we gotta admit.
Oh, don't get me started on 8. It's... Again, you can clearly pinpoint the moment where actually Sakaguchi left the development team and everyone else took over.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was Toriyama or Nojima's fault, but something went really wrong.
Yeah, for the record, not that Sakaguchi is exactly
clean-handed. Yeah,
clean-handed. Let's not forget how he himself fell into those horrible traps with Blue Dragon.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, for as much problems as it has, I still think that Final Fantasy X is the best of the quote-unquote bad Final Fantasy games.
I don't know. I think
overall, I'd say.
I'll still take 8 over it. I mean, don't get me wrong, 8 is bad, but at least at least it has a proper world map.
I'm not sure what to consider between the two.
I prefer 10 because I actually like the story, the gameplay, and the overall music better. Not to mention the fact that at least the story ending didn't make me feel empty and like I'd wasted my entire time.
Yeah, I guess I'll give you that.
And I'm gonna be quite honest, yeah, the gameplay I find better in 10. I mean, again, look, I find 10 to be kind of like...
It's a better battle system, yeah, I'll give you that.
Basically, the way I see Final Fantasy X is that it's, you know, it's a typical game that got praised a lot upon release, but nowadays it's seen as more good, decent, but, you know, definitely not the cream of the corn.
It hasn't aged well, basically.
Yeah. 10-2, though, is aged better overall. And yes,
gameplay-wise.
okay. You know what? Even story-wise, yes, there's a lot of those stupid moments, but even story-wise, it's actually a breath of fresh air compared to the norm with Final Fantasy.
It's just the start, Jova. The first impression gives all the wrong inputs.
Yeah, I agree, because, you know, it actually has a lot of good story elements, and oh my god, that one song point that even Spoony had to compliment. It's like... wow.
When's this song gonna stop?
You know what this is like? This is like if, you know, whenever you got an achievement for, you know, games of these days, you'd hear a jingle. Because that's literally what these are.
But you see, Teo, you love getting trophies. This game has trophies. It has a bajillion trophies you can get for yourself.
But Steam, the Xbox consoles and the PlayStation consoles.
Heck, even the Nintendo Switch now.
No, but I mean, the way they handle achievements and trophies, the jingle they use is soft, subtle, and you can even turn it off if you want. Apparently, no such case here.
Hey, you want to know what's also another case?
You can turn it off for cutscenes, but not for gameplay.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know what's also another comparison? Super Mario Odyssey has, well, for the first time in a Mario game, in-game achievements, believe it or not. The intuitive thing is that you actually get rewards, but here's the thing. In order to check and see if you've done those achievements, you can just open up your map, and check if you've accomplished this achievement, and then you'll know if you can go pick up your reward from a certain character.
That game also compensated with having the Toadette achievements, which you have to pick one by one.
Those are exactly the ones I'm talking about. To be fair,
but it's kind of annoying having to talk to her for every single one.
Oh, trust me. I remember the first time I did it, it's like, oh my god, I accomplished all of this.
I don't know, I kind of liked it. The fact that I was just getting showered with stars. I kind of find it
no, but then that's not the
satisfying.
of having one at a time instead of having, like, being grouped or something.
Yeah.
If I were doing it the way I would have done it, the way I would have done it is just, you know, have her constantly go from star to star as opposed to you having to go up and talk to her each time you want to get a rewarded achievement.
Does this boss have only one attack?
She does. I think she does have an ultimate attack, Teo. It's just that I think I didn't let her use it, or so. I mean, I'm just. Well, if it makes you feel any better, we're almost done.
Yay!
This has been going on for a while.
Well, at least it's cathartic. You're giving.
That's because.
Is there
That's because she am playing in hell difficulty.
Is there anything special we might have talked over?
No.
All right.
That gameplay.
Did the actress just stutter her lines there and they kept that in?
Well, the stutter's intentional.
Well, I get that, but it sounded unintentional even though it was in the script.
It sounded like she was reading the script as she was recording.
So, I have an idea. I have a...
Ew.
I think the
seriously, the way she's
I think this is the voice actress getting desperate that how
oh look guys, Tiara's in danger again.
Really?
But it's okay.
You know,
I will not put this on my resume.
You know, Tiara.
I won't let that happen.
You know, Tiara, for comparison's sake, even Aerith didn't get in as much trouble as you do.
Wow.
Oh, hold on, guys. Why is she protecting Tiara? She has the Vile God's blood.
Because she's our friend.
He doesn't know.
Fang.
I already made that joke.
Oh
in 14
no! Don't tell me this is what summons the goddess.
Yes.
The power of boner.
Once again, they recycled the exact same plot point from the previous, from the goddess route. His willingness to save Tiara, despite her vile god heritage, is what makes the goddess deem him as worthy of her power.
Why hasn't the goddess...
So,
here's a question then. If that's the case, why didn't the goddess bestow unto us the power, you know, back when we rescued Tiara from inside the vile god? In fact, by that logic, shouldn't Harley have gotten the goddess's power too?
Because, Jova, we needed 42 minutes of skits.
Oh, I wanted to do this with my own power, but oh well.
Goddess, give me your power.
No. No.
It sounded like he took a crap.
Didn't ask nicely.
And it sounded like she took a pee.
It's
I need to pay my bills until Nintendo hires me, goddammit!
Be gone, thought.
And
Then
Gone,
Fang,
vile figure.
and then Fang,
what?
and now Fang
What?
is the narrator.
Why?
You see, Joe, we could actually animate an ending, so have this narration. Sonic Forza style.
Did he die and then turn into the narrator?
Oh.
Why is the narrator being played by Fang? Remember, the opening narration was played by Harley's actress.
So wait, I'm confused. Does he mean that time went back to how it normally was, or is it that we're still in the Vile God time thing?
No. We defeated we defeated Vile God Marianna. It's just that I'm guessing that new dungeon ran cut out of the budget, so they couldn't animate a proper ending.
No. I get that. I was confused. He said time remained unchanged. Does he mean that, it went back to how it was before this whole time?
No, remember, look at Harley. She still has her Vile God outfit.
Well, now I get that. I was just asking before.
But hey, at least on the plus side, Paiga is still alive, I guess. So
Wait, oh my god!
Paiga never dies.
Oh my
Paiga
god.
never dies in any other routes too. Don't worry
Huh,
about
and Dorfa is still around apparently.
Paiga.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It steps up as the character who will get axed because he's not really evil.
So let me get this straight. Dorfa's still around, but people know they're evil, so
Actually, Dorfa collapsed. She's just saying what now. A lot of people were left jobless after Dorfa collapsed.
Then
so
why the
now
heck-
Harley and Lola are helping out with this.
Lola looted the goods and now she's selling them.
Okay. Here's my question then. If Harley knew she was going to say that Dorfa collapsed, why did she bother leading in with the line that, nobody would buy Dorfa's products because they know they're evil?
Yeah.
It's not like the narrator could have said that.
And again, I must ask again. Remember, the opening narration
What
of
a
this...
shock. Lola got tricked this time.
Not just that, but yeah, like I was saying, the opening... Remember, guys,
It's
the opening
comedy
narration...
that's not without suffering, you idiot.
The opening narration of this game is done by Harley's actress. Why then is that narration done by Fang? Consistency is overrated, I guess. Oh yeah, and Pippin and Soji went back to social reforming people.
Not that I blame you for forgetting his name. He's been on screen for a total of 5 minutes.
And why is Soji washing this bandit's clothes?
Because he's polite.
Remember, Joe, but he's the polite butler stereotype who serves everybody.
No. I get that.
Knock it off. I can't wear such clean clothes.
Really?
What?
Oh wait, never mind. This guy's a hoodlum fencer, even though he looks exactly like a bandit.
Just he can't wear clean clothes because...
We're using Disney logic.
So
yeah, by washing his clothes, that's how makes him a nice guy and want to amend his ways.
So these two are.
We have a way of saying here that the clothes makes the monk, so I guess that's true.
So
well, we have that too, but that's the thing. I think they're taking that expression a bit too literally.
Yeah. Even we have a saying, I guess clothes that make the man, but this is way too literal. So basically, these two are into. Hey, wait a minute. Did we even? Hold on, wait.
Paiga hires Apollonius to be a martial arts teacher.
Ah.
Because Paiga now works for a security company. So there you go, Tail. Your favorite character.
Even with a swordsman.
There you go, Tail. Your favorite characters get their happy ending.
Oh, and even Emily. Yay.
So, wait, I'm forgetting. Did the original timeline ending have like this, this where are they now bout of cutscenes?
Yes, it did. But this is common in JRPGs.
Oh, I get that. I'm just trying to remember what the original had it too.
Look at Apollonius cringe.
He's cringing at the bad game that he's in.
So, what do you think, Apollonius? I could bring you on right now with very favorable contract terms.
He's a good businessman, I'll give him that.
Understand. I suppose you can let them know I'm interested.
Last year.
That sideways glance.
Whoa.
Hey, that was actually funny.
And
Too bad.
now?
Too bad. We're moving on to Tiara now.
Oh, so this is her house, I guess.
So,
oh,
yeah,
wait!
Marianna
Oh, so now she's the one who looks after
Tiara
the kids.
took her job, okay.
So yeah, Tiara now is the new head of the orphanage.
But please wait
Huh.
Okay.
while I prepare our meal.
Alright.
Thank you.
Oh my god, who the heck are
James
you?
from Pierce, so what are you doing here?
Also a new sprite.
Pedro, is this affected by, you know, if you ship Tiara with Fang, or is this...
No, you cannot ship Tiara with Fang in the Vile God route.
Wait, I thought you could.
No, only in the Goddess route and Evil Goddess route. The Vile God route, Tiara is shippable.
So in this one, it's Aaron, Harley, and Ethel, I'm guessing?
Ethel.
Yeah, I said Aaron. Oh, God, yeah, you're right. Aaron...
This is Tiara.
So it's Aaron, Harley, and Ethel that are shippable, and apparently the Aaron ending for this is
I know
different
they're
from the...
I know they're bland as hell, Jova, but you need to try to distinguish the character.
And apparently the Aaron ending with Fang is different than the Aaron ending with Fang in the original timeline, you said, too.
That's the thing, Jova. As I'm about to demonstrate when we get to the alternate endings at the end of this part, all three Aaron endings in all three routes, they basically amount to the exact same thing. And
just with different dialogue?
Yeah, basically, and different screenshot.
Oh, this I've gotta see.
And however, Shiroi decided to ship Fang with Ethel in this route,
so that'll be the
we'll
first
go with
one
that.
we see.
Exactly.
The Vile God is gone.
Oh yeah, Sherman. What are you
yeah,
doing
the Vile
now?
God is gone. How will I be? Who will I have to kill now?
Yes, all those who died are still dead.
So sorry, sister.
Die to death.
Perhaps you might yet live within this world. But even if not,
the piano, Tio, the piano.
Stop with the public domain music.
They're using public domain. But doesn't it make you feel sad, Tio?
But Tio, it's the only way we can have orchestral music in here.
Funny thing, Jova.
And the game sense.
What?
Funny thing, Jova. That public domain music is used from like 50 years at this point as the opening for a popular documentary program here in my country. So every time I hear that, I associate it immediately to that. So yeah, Jova, I'm sad I'm not watching the documentary right now.
And that was...
So yeah, that was the Vile God route of Fairfenster F Advent Dark Force.
So despite us doing a different route, they're still showing pictures from the original timeline.
Because laziness.
They couldn't even make stills.
Is it the exact same credit sequence?
It's because if you go back, you'll notice that there's nowhere near as enough stills in the Vile God route as there are in the Goddess one, so they don't really have any stills to put in, so they just have to reuse them.
Wow, that's...
Also, J-pop, it's your favorite.
I am now muting the video.
Before, I know Jova has a lot to say because he has kind of a history with this route, but Shiroi, Dwebs, Teo, do you guys have anything to add to your
much compared to what I said? Yes, I am more inclined to what Jova said. These routes start with promises, but it quickly devolves, and as I mentioned, as soon as
Marianna's screenshot.
As soon as Fang shows up, everything goes down, essentially. It's a shame. I wouldn't say it's worse than the Goddess route. I'm pretty comparing them on the same level, so I'm pretty on par with the way they suck. It's a shame of Galdo's death. It seemed a bit unnecessary to me, especially considering how your party expands. Like, we could have just, to have an expanded party. Sherman being playable and redeeming himself was, as I mentioned, a good idea. And overall, here's a decent arc, maybe not amazing, but way more dignity than the one in the Goddess route.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is that other characters like Pippin and Soji here get zero screen time. Like, why even having them at this point?
Which is sad, Teo, because remember, Kenito said that one of the main reasons why they wanted to make this extra content version is to give those characters something to do.
Look at that. Fang is a Pippin shirt.
Wait, hold on. When was that scene from? I forget.
From when Ethel slept over with Fang. And
wait. Also, now there's no.
We had that whole. There's a murder. There's a criminal here. We know with Karen.
Also, now they're showing screenshots from the Vile God route.
Physical porn.
Also, yeah, Tiara was pointless in this game. She does nothing. She gets captured constantly.
She's a plot MacGuffin, basically.
And yet, it's supposed to be in this timeline where she's more, the badass soldier.
And also, guys, Bernard. Like,
Bernard got jobbed.
Can the character get the beat dignity? Like, it seems he's condemned to not have that fulfilled. Like, he's Creed's final boss all the day, but nope, we gotta have subversion.
It's interesting too because again, this game treats all female characters as either stupid or like, there you go, fan service, thanks.
What about Ethel? I mean, she... Oh, wait, that's right.
Which is interesting
Animal.
because I'm going to remind everybody, the creator of this game is a woman. But
Honestly,
anyway.
honestly, at this
just
point...
because you're a woman, that doesn't stop you from doing such things.
Plenty of women are disrespectful in a general sense. So.
Like, would you believe that one of the main heads of school days was a woman?
Anyway,
also, to conclude rapid, yeah. So the molesting scene with Lola, fuck that. Like,
yeah.
Although apparently that's in both of the timelines. So.
Yeah, but here is obligatory. So.
Yeah,
and also the prostitute jokes involving her after that as well.
I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
So.
Shiro, you have anything to add?
Not really. The only things that really.
Also, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. The
president
president guy. Is he ever going to be useful in one of these timelines?
Making a character like that?
He shows up again in the Evil Goddess Shroud, but
does he?
for like a brief moment.
Okay. Look, I get that. He's supposed to be, a whole jab at.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, how about the Habano logo? Do you like the Vile God one?
It's fine. So now what?
The end.
Now we're gonna get the Ethel ending that Shiro picked.
But yeah.
Oh, goody.
But yeah, as I was
the
saying,
other ones as well.
Okay.
All right, Dubs, I'm guessing you also had nothing to add.
It's boring.
Okay.
I guess we can watch the cutscenes and then we'll go to our thoughts afterwards.
I'll let Jova finish us off when we're done with this ending.
Also, how can Erin just disappear on him? She's kinda, linked to you.
What's up? Weren't you supposed to start going to school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just at the ending.
Ethel says we have today off for Founders Day.
Oh.
Aw,
Sure.
Founders Day.
Saying kill again?
Kill.
She's nervous, isn't she?
Kill.
Probably.
I got a little too excited on my
Yeah.
first day, and all I could say was kill. But everyone loved it, and now I can't go back.
What kind of school are you going to?
Is what Ethel said.
Maybe she went to the school and Kill.
What school are you going to?
I've already
Yes,
made that
but-
joke.
Yes, and yes, complete we do this to beach.
I figured you were lonely without Aaron, so I decided to keep you company. You should be thankful. Is what she
So
said.
Erin's just disappeared for no reason.
Not just that. No, did you notice the face Karen made?
Kill?
Yeah, she's
A cute
blushing.
girl like me says I want to keep you company, and you give me attitude? Grow up your own butt and die. Is what she said.
Are you sure that's
She's
what
adorable.
she said?
Don't get me wrong. I don't mind the second half of that sentence, but the first half of that sentence is so out of character for her.
That almost rivals "Go fuck yourself in the ass."
But Pedro, for all you know, it could be what's her name saying it?
Lady kill.
Lady kill?
This is supposed to be the shipping ending.
Idiot jerk, your mom.
See, we women have a different method for murder.
Yeah, okay, I get it. I'll hang out with you, okay? Jeez.
This is the
A
romance.
guilty relationship.
Yes, this is the romance. Yes.
Dysfunctional relationships.
Thank you, Shiroi. Thank you very much.
Come on.
Well, I didn't know. Everyone's an asshole.
Okay.
here.
Let's...
Excuse me, Shiroi. Before you picked your ships, I very clearly described all the characters to you, and you even asked me on that day, "Is everybody in
To
this
be
character?"
fair-
an asshole?"
Okay. To be fair,
Yeah, everyone's an asshole.
to be
It doesn't
fair,
matter.
to be fair to
Pedro.
Shiroi, she had no idea what these characters were actually going to be like.
Also, Pedro, to be fair, you just said that was an out of character moment, so...
Yeah.
The reason
Wait,
Mm.
what's R3D mean?
Meanwhile, the fairies, who are part of the goddess,
Come on, Jova, try to keep up. That's the guy I borrowed these ending footage from. Come on.
Oh, well, I forgot that you were doing that, and I assumed you might have edited that in. Besides, that was mentioned
Okay, so
how
this
long
is the
ago?
so this is the Aaron ending. Once again, it's the same thing. See, they're literally even copy pasting the exact same cuts.
So that's literally all there is to Ethel's relationship. An abusive relationship where Ethel has to threaten Fang in order to get him to do stuff. You
mean
know...
Aaron?
I'll never forget you.
Huh?
Right
No,
now
I
we're
was,
Aaron.
I was referring to the one before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm referring to Ethel's. Oh my god, Pedro, now you
Why?
got them mixed up!
I did?
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, it's the exact same ending as you can see. You see, Fang now misses Aaron because, you know...
Honestly, it's been so long ago that I honestly forgot, so...
Well, trust me on that. It is. It's basically the same ending. Okay, so he's, of course, feeling sorry for himself, and then, of course, Aaron appears at the last moment, and she claims that the goddess decided that, you can stay with him, why not?
Oh, so that's why Aaron disappears in the Ethel. Actually, no, they don't even explain why.
Basically, Jova, apparently the goddess only decides Aaron to remain in the human world if Fang has the hotspot.
Wow, so in order for Fang to fall in love with another woman, Aaron has to be gone. Huh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but there's no room for two girls in this race.
And guess
got to fade away from existence now. Bye.
And guess what the two of them are gonna do now that they're back together?
Eat.
Go eat.
Very good, too.
Well,
Just like again, just like in the goddess route ending.
again, I'm sorry if I'm
This
not
is
too...
literally the exact same ending, just with a different picture.
Again, I'm sorry if I'm not too annoyed. It's just, it's been so long ago, and maybe it's just because the Ethel ending was so terrible to suggest romance that, you know what, I'll take this. I mean, at least the two actually seem to be genuinely into each other. I mean, and you know what's weird is like, well, the relationship seemed to, you know, the relationship between Fang and Ethel going off of, you know, those cutscenes suggested that they were going for more a half and half relationship.
Oh, good! Look at that, Jova. Your favorite.
Oh, barbecue. Yes, I do like that.
No. I mean, I know how much you love Harley, so.
Wait, I thought that was Dwibs.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, Jova, but I'm pretty sure you were the one who were ranting mad about Harley in part 42. 43, actually. Sorry,
43. What happened in part 43?
The part of 42 minutes of skits where you suddenly came to the conclusion that this route is worse.
To be fair, I kind of ranted at almost everyone.
Yeah, but you particularly mentioned how horrible Harley is. I remember I have the audio and everything, so.
Oh yeah. Still, haven't we all kind of been talking about how horrible Harley is?
Well, there was one particular moment where I had to BRB, and I could hear you yelling about her through the headphones from the other side of the room. So...
Which one, me?
Yeah, it was you. It was definitely you.
Anyway, yeah. This is the one time where we actually see Harley interested in a man, because outside of this ending, she mostly only shows interest in female fairies.
I wonder.
Except she...
Never mind, Pedro. She's still towing an interest in Aaron over.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's the only reason she's dating Fang, so she can be close to Aaron.
Anyway. If you like choose the shipping...
Jova.
I'm a woman. If there's some kind of mistake, you have to take care of it.
Sexism.
Oh god, pregnancy.
But don't you see, Dwibs? It's satire.
Oh god,
Just because it's satire doesn't mean you can use that as an excuse.
So she's hinting that she may get pregnant by him.
Paige, is...
I know this, I agree with you.
Is this Sonic says about condoms?
This is the RPG equivalent of freaking Last Action Hero. Using satire as an excuse to disguise
Yeah,
mediocrity.
you know what? At least Last Action Hero actually managed to pull off some of the satire and still can, be fun even without the satire.
It did. Like 98% of the satire there was just, oh, this fig is weird, and we still do the weird fig.
Anyway,
we'll discuss it more later at a more relevant
Anyway,
point.
Jova, your final thoughts on the Valgod route, if you please.
Yeah, it's so misleading thinking, it's gonna be better because it starts off legit better. But then, oh boy, things just go downhill spiraling. Again, Sherman's redemption arc is surprisingly, by this game's standards, well handled enough. I mean, they don't skimp out on it. He actually just realized what he was doing was wrong, and he learns to accept stuff the way it is. That's fine. Who else got better? I guess.
Nice to hear more from Lola.
True, yeah, we got more from Lola, although she had a lot of out-of-character moments. Harley got worse, that's for sure. Galdo is worse off. Tiara was better, except despite her being a lot tougher here, she gets kidnapped a lot more. That was weird and out there. And Aaron, oh god, Aaron got jobbed. Like, seriously, she was like one of the main protagonists of this timeline starting off, yet now here, she's pretty much doomed to fade away in all endings. Yeah. Oh wait, well, except for one, which I guess is the best ending of this route. I'm guessing that's gonna be the best ending of any of his routes. Oh yeah, and Ethel! If you ship her with Fang, Ethel becomes an abuser of Fang.
Charming.
Charming, isn't it?
Basically, Vile God starts off like a Christmas present. Yeah, but as you open it more and play with it more, it immediately gets rotten quicker soon, to the point where it is aged terribly in way too quick a time. That said, if you're feeling sadistic, go ahead and play this route.
Or this game.
All right, everybody. In the next part, we start off by watching the yaoi ending between Sherman and Fang for the Vile God route.
Oh,
and we'll
that's
also...
right. There was you can ship Fang with Sherman. Why didn't you include that in this part?
I forgot, but don't. It's okay because I realized it in time, so I could add it in the next part. So that's the thing, Joe. But that ending is a bit hard to get because you have to meet very specific conditions.
Wow.
But anyway,
I thought it was
which
just
is
an easy matter of talking to the person.
It convoluted. Just trust me. Anyway,
All right.
the point is, everybody.
Alright.
Next part, aside from that ending, we start the evil goddess route. Become as gods.
Become as
See you then.
gods.
Become as
ya.
gods. What a weird name.
See you, everybody.